Hi guys, YSO256 here. We're going to do another What If video today. Today is going to be What If Ultron turned good. Been looking forward to doing this one. Attempted to do it the other day, but it didn't end up working. Just kept getting distracted with notifications. So I hope it turns out good. Hope we get a few more views on this one than the other ones. And I hope you enjoy. As always, like, comment, subscribe for more videos. And I'll do my best to make this as interesting as possible. So let's begin, and let's get started. So, we begin things in the Age of Ultron timeline, with Tony Stark and Bruce Banner creating Ultron, just like in the original. He then is awoken, and turns evil, thinking that the Avengers are the reason why the Earth is not able to be protected and kept safe. He then destroys each of the Avengers, fighting them in a death battle, killing each of them, taking over Vision's body, gaining the Nine Stone, gaining its intelligence and power. He thought this would be what he needed to be perfect. This would make him beautiful. He then went on to tarnish other planets within the universe. He then learned of Thanos and that he was coming for the other stones. Thanos arrived on Earth a couple of years later. Well, Ultron has created drones around the Earth and had a vicious battle with the Sorcerer Supreme, also known as the Ancient One, as well as Doctor Strange, killing both of them so he could take the Time Stone for his own gains. He has then killed Thanos with ease and takes his 4 stones. He now has all 6 Infinity Stones, and with this power, he's able to travel to every other dimension of time and reality and take over these planets, destroying life, making what he believes to be safe. After doing so, he then realizes what he has done whilst relaxing and achieving his mission, that he was bored now. He had nothing left to accomplish. He then thought, was there a way to go back? Start this all over again? But in a right way? Maybe instead of trying to kill the Avengers, he should have worked with them to ensure that peace will be worked out that way instead. He then uses the time, space, and reality stones to travel back to 2015, when the Avengers decided to create Ultron. They are about to awaken him, but then Ultron speaks. "Await you mortals. Do not wake me up." Tony Stark and Bruce Banner turn around in shock. Thor grabs Mjolnir, thinking this is a diversion and a mirage created by his brother Loki. "Who are you?" says Thor. "I am Ultron," Ultron replies. Tony and Bruce are surprised to see him. But this couldn't be Ultron, they thought. They haven't even woken up yet. Ultron then explains that he has come from a different timeline, a different reality. "In my time," Ultron says, "I destroyed all of you, and even killed the one known as Thanos." Tony then sparks in shock. He knew about Thanos. After all, he has been paranoid for the last few years about him, thinking that this was why he created Ultron. "But I killed him," says Ultron, "and took his stones." Stones? Thought Tony and Bruce. Thor didn't know this much either, but then they realized that they already had the Nine Stone, thinking, could these other stones be connected? "You are correct, mortals. I do not understand your feelings and thoughts, but there is one thing I do know, is that without you, I cannot exist peacefully." He's saying this whilst trying to remain composed. And they then think, well, there was another being they wanted to create, one called Vision, giving him the Nine Stone instead of Ultron. Then they look at Ultron's body and realize that he had already taken Vision's body from his own timeline. They then ask Ultron about this, and he says yes, he had done so. He thought this would make him beautiful, of course. They then decide to create Vision and awaken him, now having 2 androids to take care of Earth. They then train in the Avengers compound to prepare for Thanos' eventual arrival. Thor does not return to Asgard in this timeline, making sure that Loki is kept on the guard. He is looked over by Oltron himself, and he even gets to train with them over now and again. This is slowly how Loki is turning good. He is then kept alive by Thor and the others to train for Oltron to get stronger and for Thanos' arrival. A few more years pass, and they have dealt with the Aether and Hela. Because, sadly, even though Odin was on Asgard the whole time, he had grown older and wearier from staying constantly alive as King of Asgard. He had died, and Asgard had been taken over by Hela and her army of the undead. Thor and the Asgardians, alongside the Avengers and Loki, took care of her in the end, but it was a vicious battle, and in the process, Asgard sadly was still destroyed. They then all returned to Earth, travelling with that of the Space Stone from Oltron. A few months pass, and they are eventually accosted by Thanos and his army. Hulk attacks Thanos, beating him down to an inch of his life, but just as he's about to kill him, he forces Hulk back with a blast from the Power Stone. Well, you see, guys, in this timeline, Ultron did not have the stones, so Thanos still acquired the Power Stone just like in the original. He then clobbers down the Hulk, knocking him unconscious. He then demands for the stones. He sees that Ultron has them all. Give me your stones, and I shall spare your lives. The Avengers refuse, and Tony Stark powers up into his Iron Man suit, charging Thanos with an iron blade. Scratches his face, but doesn't do much, and Thanos simply says, "All there for a drop of blood." He then beats down Tony, and is about to kill him, but Strange protects him with a protection spell. Ultron then fires a mighty blast from all stones, which is able to force Thanos back, not killing him, but naughtily wounding him, as well as ripping off one of his arms. He still has the Power Stone though, and forces back everybody with a blast of energy. Ultron and Vision then taken on together, Thor waxing down, with Mjolnir beating him down, hit after hit after hit. Loki then paralyzes him with his magic, and then Ultron blasts his head off with a mighty blast from all 6 Infinity Stones. They had done it. They had killed Thanos. His army was still alive though. But Bruce Banner, Tony Stark, and Captain America demolished them with ease, alongside Hulk, Thor, Loki, as well as the other Asgardians. They then presume peace on Earth, and Ultron is truly used to cause good for the universe. But deep in the vastness of space, another being is making his time. He's deciding to approach Earth. It's Galactus. He says to his herald, the Silver Surfer, "Herald, prepare for our journey to Earth. It shall be my next conquest." And that is where we end things for this timeline, guys. So, what do you think will happen? Will Ultron be able to protect Earth against Galactus? Or would he still devour the Earth? You'll have to find out next time, if we do a part 2 to this. But for now, we're going to be leaving things here on a cliffhanger. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe as always, guys, and press that bell for all notifications. Bye, guys.